3, 2, 1. We're on there. Thank you very much for coming.
It's an honor to be here, and I'm so proud of you, Sanjay.
Thank you very much. I'm so excited, so happy, and I was talking to my team as well, and I was telling everybody, I'm excited. Wasn't I telling all of you guys on the group chat that I'm excited that Prerana is coming?
That's really sweet.
Prerana, tell everybody what you do.
Well, I do a lot of things, but right now I am a holistic health and wellness consultant. So that's what I want people to know me as.
Good, great. हामीले कुरा गर्दै थियौँ होइन about weed, which is illegal in our country, technically. Off air, we were talking about the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Slightly, we're getting into the benefits of it. Let's get started with that. What do you think weed should be used for, or what is it being used for around the world?
Well, weedको धेरैवटा कम्पोनेन्ट्सहरू हुन्छ होइन THC र अब CBD सबैजनाले सुनेको हुन्छ सो CBD भन्ने चिज चाहिँ खास द्याट्स द मेडिसिनल थिङ ओके एस्पेक्ट सो हाम्रो नेपाली कल्चरमा हामीले जुन त्यो गाजाको अचार पनि खान्छ नि भाङको गेडाको अचार
What?
Yes, that's very rich in omega 3 and 6.
एकछिन होला मलाई थाहा छैन यो कुरा भाङ
गेडै पाउँछ
ए ओके अनि
and then you make achar out of it. So it does have a lot of medicinal, properties.
Do you get high?
No, you don't get high.
Oh, okay.
So the THC is the thing that gets you high. So अहिले Parkinson's को लागि धेरैजना मान्छेले बाहिर you can find a lot of research being done on weed, marijuana, which helps Parkinson's, to cancer patients को लागि pain ugon management को लागि and even for depression and anxiety. So medicine जस्तो गरेर use गर्यो भने चाहिँ of course it's good. तर addicted भएर अर्कै किसिमले use गर्यो भने of course it's not good.
If you have issues, if you've got underlying conditions which are uncurable or which give you a lot of pain, just say, for example, मैले देखेकोमा है मैले अरू त थाहा छैन मलाई होइन क्यान्सरमा इट्स लट अफ पेन दुख्छ नि त मर्ने गरी दुख्दो रहेछ नि त होइन त्यो जति मेरै अलिक फार-फेच्ड फ्यामिली मेम्बरमा एउटा हातमा चाहिँ त्यो के भन्छ क्यानलाबाट चाहिँ ड्रिप दिइरहेछ ब्याक टु ब्याक ड्रिप होइन तर मान्छेलाई त्यो ठिकै भएको छैन त्यो दुख्ने कमै हुँदैन रहेछ होइन त्यस्तो बेलामा चाहिँ इज दिस द रिजन वाइ पिपल आर युजिङ सब्सटेन्सेस लाइक marijuana?
Yes.
नेपाल बाहिर भनौँ न
नेपाल बाहिर इट्स लिगल टु स्मोक अनि अर्को चाहिँ CBD oil भन्ने पनि पाउँछ which I have used as well.
What is that?
CBD oil भनेको चाहिँ त्यही हो जस्तो THC हुँदैन त्यसमा you don't get high तर त्यसले चाहिँ तिम्रो पेनहरू घटाउने कामदेखि लिएर तिम्रो बडीमा चाहिने धेरै चिजहरू दिन्छ के सो अहिले यसमा एकदमै डिटेलमा गयो भने it's going to take a lot of time.
No, we got time.
We got time.
A lot of people want to hear about this. Google THC.
So THC
I know
CBD.
you know about THC, but I want to find out. I want everybody to know about THC.
So THC is the thing that gets you high.
Yeah.
Okay. So मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ यस्तो भयो कि सबै plant is medicine. God made plant as medicine,
Sure.
right? But तिमीले कसरी use गर्छौ त्यो चिजलाई? Right? तिमीले एउटा चिज राम्रो चिज तरिकामा use गर्छौ कि you're going to use it to destroy something. It's the same thing with plant medicine. Okay? So hemp भन्ने चिज जुन hemp तिमीले त्यो you see people making clothes out of it, right?
Yeah.
So hemp को fuel पनि बनाएको छ, hemp कति धेरै चिजमा युज हुन्छ तर यहाँ अहिले पुरा अब ड्रग्स अनि यताउति नराम्रो चिजमा युज भएको भएर चाहिँ इलिगल बनाउनु पर्यो So I think it's because of how people were using that. It's got nothing to do with the plant. नेपालमा जहाँ पनि उम्रिरहेको हुन्छ बाटोमा हिँड्दै गएर जहाँ पनि गाजा उम्रिरहेको हुन्छ त होइन त
हो त चारैतिर छ zoom into this tetrahydrocannabinol. Okay, Mr. X, do you want to say this? You.
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
Jesus. Alright, there you go. THC is a principal psychoactive,
Yes,
constitute of cannabis.
यसले चाहिँ लाग्छ
Okay.
but not the CBD.
We're trying CBD. Google CBD. I'm going to pretend that I have no idea about this. All right. Cannabidiol. You want to say it again? No, you don't want to say this? cannabidiol यसले चाहिँ के गर्छ र यसले
यो चाहिँ यसले चाहिँ हाई गराउँदैन होइन यसबाट चाहिँ धेरै मेडिसिनल वा हुने प्रपर्टिज सो बेसिकली कम्पोनेन्ट्सहरू प्लान्टमा तिमीले दुवै खायो भने दुवै पायो होइन तर सिबिडी ओइल भनेर जुन पाइन्छ बाहिर चाहिँ त्यसमा चाहिँ टिएचसी हुँदैन कि प्रोसेसिङ त्यसरी गरे हुन्छ
सो इन्टरनेसनली युज गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यु बिन अल अराउन्ड द वर्ल्ड होइन इन्टरनेसनली चाहिँ पिपल युज
सिबिडी ओइल अहिले चाहिँ सिबिडी ओइल जस्तै मैले भने नि ओमेगाको लागि पनि गरिन्छ है सो देयर हेज बिन अ रिसर्च डन वेयर इट शोड द्याट इट प्रुभड बेसिकली ब्रेन ट्युमर घटेको छ क्या सो यु नो अबाउट माई ब्रेन ट्युमर स्टोरी
I wanted to get into this as well.
So
let's tell everybody what happened and when you were diagnosed.
That was back in 2010. Hey, and basically the reason I got into all of the health coaching. I've been into this for the last 20 years now.
Yeah.
I know health and wellness has been a part of my life.
Oh.
And I've been a yoga instructor since I was 17. So it's been a long, long time. But there was a time when I lost my path or I was derailed भनौँ न अनि त्यति बेला चाहिँ ब्रेन ट्युमर भन्ने चिज आएको थियो
We laugh about it now.
We laugh
At least
about
I know the story.
Yeah, you've seen me go through it. You know most of this part. But यही CBD को कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ के भएको थियो भन्दाखेरि I found out that CBD does reduce the size of the brain tumor. So I thought, okay, even though I don't have any symptoms, I don't have anything that I used to have when I initially had the brain tumor, which was really big. Big भन्नाले यत्रो थियो but it's quite big to be inside your brain, right? It was hurting, it was causing all that symptoms. So basically what I did was I started taking the CBD oil because I did some research and there was this thing that was showing that it reduces the size of the brain tumor. So I started taking that and I took it for around 2 years. मैले CT scanner because I don't want to go through that. I don't want to be like, oh my God, it's still there or it's not there. I don't have any symptoms. I've been good for last 10 years.
11 years.
11 years since So I don't have anything. So I don't want to त्यो खोताल्नु मन छैन के त्यो खोताल्यो भने बेकार त्यो देख्यो भने फेरि दिमागमा पर्छ because we are all human beings, right? We just feel like ला त्यो त्यहाँ छ, you know. So त्यो जसलाई पनि आउन सक्छ, you know. The cancer भन्ने अथवा you know anything mutates, anything comes in your body is your body telling you, hey, you need to take care of yourself. You're doing something wrong, you know. So at that point, मेरो लाइफमा चाहिँ I was not very happy.
Yeah.
होइन सो स्ट्रेसले कति हदसम्म मान्छेलाई बिरामी अथवा क्यान्सर आउँछ अथवा यु स्टार्ट लुजिङ योर हेल्थ भन्ने चिज चाहिँ मैले त्यहाँबाट बुझेँ कि आई वाज इटिङ अलराइट आई वाज एक्सर्साइजिङ all of that, but stress is the major thing. So CBD basically relaxes your muscles, relaxes your nervous system, and gives you the vitamins that you need. But vitamins भनेको फेरि vitamin E हो नि. Inflammation got also basically.
We jumped into something very big, you know, so let's talk about this. You know, you were diagnosed with brain tumor. Let's call it brain tumor. You know, there's a specific term for it?
मलाई त जान्न मन लाग्दैन.
त्यसमा नजाने. All right, cool. How did you overcome it भन्ने कुरा छ नि त त्यो एउटा फेज हुन्छ नि because a lot of people are watching right now कसै न कसैको कतै न कतैबाट कोही न कोही हुन्छ नि is going through some kind of phase हैन are you okay talking about
that? Yes, of course.
हैन how did you get out of that phase के किनभने it happened but that stress is still there with you नि त हैन was there with you एकदमै त्यो massive रूपमा for a long time नि त हैन हुन्छ नि हैन how did you cope with that?
So it was basically by simplifying things. We human beings, we love to make things complicated. Relationship, you know, we love to complicate things. So I was watching this video. It just popped up on my YouTube thing. Dr. Masura Emoto's water experiment. I think I've showed it to you.
Let's show it to everybody. Dr. Masura Emoto.
Water experiment.
Emoto.
Yes.
Where is he from?
Japan.
Okay.
So that 3-minute video changed my life. Basically talks about how the crystals of water उसले त्यो के गर्यो भन्दाखेरि क्रिस्टल्स बेसिकली हामीले त्यो स्नोफल हुँदाखेरि क्रिस्टल्स हुन्छ नि थाहा छ है राम्रो there you go सो यो हेर्दाखेरि अहिले बुझ्दैन है मान्छेले के देखाएको भनेर वाटर क्रिस्टल्सहरू जब स्नोफल हुन्छ वाटर क्रिस्टल्स थाहा छ है
मैले देखाएको छु तर स्टोरी त
होइन सो दिस इज नट त्यो स्नोफलको है सो आई ट्राई टु एक्सप्लेन छोटो
टाइम छ है हामीसँग बेच्नु
टाइम छ ल सो के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि वाटर क्रिस्टलाइज भइसकेपछि वाटर फ्रिज भइसकेपछि चाहिँ क्रिस्टलाइज हुन्छ भन्ने चिज थाहा छ मान्छेलाई तर उसले चाहिँ के गर्ने स्नोफल हुँदा त्यस्तो राम्रो क्रिस्टल्स हुन्छ भने वाट इफ आई टेक अ नर्मल पानी क्रिस्टलाइज इट लाइक फ्रिज इट एन्ड सी हाउ इट इज कस्तो त्यस्तो क्रिस्टल हुन्छ कि हुँदैन भन्ने हेऱ्यो उसले हेर्दाखेरि थरी थरी पायो क्या राम्रो ठाउँको वाटरको क्रिस्टल एक थरी अर्को पोल्युटेड ठाउँको एक थरी पायो सो बेसिकली एभ्रिथिङ इन दिस वर्ल्ड इज वाट फ्रिक्वेन्सी हो कि होइन
Sure.
What is this mic made up of?
Things.
Steel.
Yeah.
What is steel made up of? Break it down into smaller piece. Smaller particle मा गर्दा के हुन्छ?
Atoms. I don't know. More deeper. Particles.
Particles,
Atoms,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So everything in this world is basically made up of molecules. Break it down, atoms. Electrons, neutrons, and protons, right? They're vibrating at a certain frequency. That's why they exist. There is a frequency, right? So everything is what basically energy. Frequency भनेको के हो? Energy, right? There is a movement, there is energy, that's why it exists.
True.
Right? So just like this, everything is basically energy. Got it? बुझेको छ नि हैन? Now, you know that you can actually measure your thoughts?
How do they do that?
Electrodes राख्छ हैन? They can actually measure your thoughts. So
Okay.
in terms of frequency, तिम्रो thoughts पनि measure हुन्छ. भनेपछि frequency again.
Okay.
Energy. Emotions pani can be measured.
No.
Yes. Okay. So basically everything that you feel, you think, and you are is energy. Sab cheez ke rahecha ta energy rahecha last ma, right? So what he did was he took a glass of water. त्यसपछि अनि उले thought पठायो. Like just send that thought, good thoughts. त्यही भएर त्यहाँ थ्याङ्क यू लेखेको छ अनि just a thought that he sent to the water अनि कुनै कुनैमा चाहिँ he wrote thank you or I love you so different पानीहरूमा चाहिँ उसले different feelings thoughtsहरू पठायो के
Okay.
त्यसपछि फ्रिज गरेर हेर्दाखेरि under the microscope that's what he saw so राम्रो थ्याङ्क यू भनेकोमा चाहिँ see that it's a beautiful crystal होइन you fool भन्दाखेरि there is no त्यहाँ हो
के पनि छैन
होइन मतलब एउटा स्ट्रक्चरै छैन यु मेक मी सिक भन्दाखेरि नराम्रो छ इभल भन्दाखेरि सो यु क्यान सी द ब्युटिफुल क्रिस्टल्स एन्ड द डिस्टोर्टेड एन्ड शेपलेस वान्स एज वेल ह्युमन बडी भनेको कति पर्सेन्ट वाटर हो त
60-70%?
80% water, right?
All right.
Almost 80% water.
Okay.
So if that can change, your thought can change Glasgow water, what are we thinking? Don't you think can change our body, our crystals?
Jesus, I gotta stop thinking polluted things. Find out which one I like. Zoom out of this. I don't know. The evil the camera is fine. त्यो त dark hole जस्तो रहेछ हैन match go slightly up. All right, which one do you think I like?
So truth.
I like wisdom. I like wisdom a lot. I like wisdom a lot.
Peace, I love you, thank you. Truth कति राम्रो छ हेर. So basically, whatever you think about, you bring about भन्ने त सबैजनाले सुनेको छ. That's what you bring about in your body भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामीले सोचेको छैन के. Because this is something that I think students हुन्छ नि स्कुलमा सिकाउनु पर्ने चिज हो के. Positive thinking helps भन्ने चिज. This has been practically been proven that positive thinking actually shapes your life, your body, everything.
We got 80% water in our body?
Yeah.
Almost 80%?
Your
Wow.
liver is 90% water.
What is 90%?
Liver.
Liver is 90% water? I didn't know that.
Yeah, everything in your body is made up of water.
Liver is the only organ that can re-grow back. I think so.
Everything is regenerating and, constantly. Your body is regenerating constantly. Okay? We can't say, oh, I'm not growing my skin. You are. It's been completely replaced in 21 days.
Yeah.
Your gut lining changes in 7 days. So are you growing it? Of course. त्यही हो कि मान्छेले चाहिँ के भन्ठान्छ भन्दाखेरि once it's gone, it's gone.
All right, here we go. Up to 60% of human adult body is water. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
The brain and heart are composed of 73% water.
Yes.
Brain and heart. Lungs are 83% water. Skin 64% water. Muscles and kidneys 79%. Even bones are watery.
31, yes.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, exactly. So when people come to me for health coaching, I know. That's one thing that they don't do. Drink enough water. होइन अनि मेरोमा तिमीलाई भर्खर भने नि vitamin D changed my life.
It did.
फ्रीमा पाउने चिज मान्छेले भ्याल्यु गर्दैन के. Oxygen. Do we breathe properly? No, we don't. Most of the time we are doing like shallow breathing. Most of the time. Conscious breathing कहिले गर्छ जब प्राणायाम गर्न बस्छ होला. But normally, 24 hours, you hardly breathe properly for 8 minutes. What do you expect the results to be?
Hold on. What do you mean by 8 minutes?
8 minutes पनि गर्दैन होला. Conscious breathing, deep diaphragmatic breathing, which is the most important thing. Pran भनेको के हो? Life हैन. Prana भन्दा हामीले प्राणायाम गर्दैनौं. So it's so important for you to breathe. If you're eating all the right kind of foods, like taking all the supplements, but if you're not breathing properly, nothing's going to work. How do you survive? You need oxygen. That's the most important thing. Second comes water. पानी त खान पाइन्छ त. सबै चिज made up of पानी हैन त.
Apparently.
So, म कहाँबाट कहाँ पुगेँ हैन. So, during that time when I was struggling a lot, that changed my life. That 3-minute video, I was like, there you go. All I need to do is change my crystals. That's exactly what I thought.
And then you decided to go ahead and head towards, which was the first crystal that you thought about?
I love you. I was saying that to myself.
I love myself.
Yeah. I know. I was literally saying, I love you, Prerana. I love you. धेरै चिजले चाहिँ लाइफमा के फिल गराउँछ, especially right now. This is so important for the youngsters and even not youngsters, everyone to understand and know is that you need to value yourself.
Yeah.
Stop comparing yourself, because Facebook and Instagram, like social media, has really made us feel like we are not worthy enough, we are not good enough, and then we are stuck with this fear that I'm not good enough. Oh shit, I'm not going to be loved because I'm not pretty enough, I'm not beautiful enough. We've lost that connection with ourselves, and we're trying to connect with other people constantly. You mentally ke garyo? Oh, this is and then we forget to be grateful about what we have in our life, who we are, all the unique gifts that we can give to the world. We've lost connection.
How do you well, again, that's a big C, right? Connection lost key. Are we more connected? Are we more connected with each other, but we are not connected with ourselves?
Exactly. With ourselves, you know. So let's say, for instance, Sanjay, you have tons of negative thoughts, polluted thoughts inside your head. तिमीले कोही मान्छेसँग कनेक्ट गर्दाखेरि तिम्रो थट्समा जे छ तिम्रो मुखबाट त्यही त आउँछ नि. एकछिन बुट्टा हाल्न मिल्छ, एकछिन राम्रोसँग बोल्न मिल्छ, तर एकछिन पछि त then your true color will start showing. All that polluted stuff is going to come out of your mouth, your actions, all of that.
Your phone or my phone?
Your phone.
My phone. Whoops! I forgot to shut this off. एउटा sort of गरेछु, अर्को गरेन, so my bad. Yes, you were saying. I'm sorry.
So, whatever you have inside of your head, who are we talking to constantly? Who are we with constantly. It's us, right?
Yeah.
हामी आफूसँग कति कुरा गरेर हुन्छौँ. So I always say you are your biggest bully. के हामीले आफूले आफूलाई भन्नुहुन्छ we're constantly judging ourselves. We are saying हेत्तेरी यस्तो नि गर्छ हेत्तेरी. We say that to ourselves all the time. हैन त्यही चिज हामीले बाहिर मान्छेसँग कम्युनिकेट गर्नु पर्यो भने पनि त्यही चिज न आउँछ.
Whatever you think, हैन हामीले जे दिमागमा सोचिरहेको छौँ त्यही कुरा निस्किने त हो नि, like you said. I agree with you.
तिम्रो your body posture is going to be different when you're happy. How okay, let's do one thing. Imagine a person who's very sad. What's the posture? Like, slouched, looking down, eyes down, यस्तो गरेको. Think about a person who's very happy, smiling, open. हामीले के भन्छ? Arms wide open. एकदमै गरौँ भन्छ नि. It's because your posture changes. Your thoughts and your feelings changes the way you connect with other people. आफूसँग त कनेक्ट भइ नै रहन्छ हैन. तर मान्छेहरू के भन्छ, if you look at everyone, what are they doing? They're looking down. They're looking at their phone constantly. तिम्रो पोस्चरले पनि तिम्रो feelings र thoughts लाई change गर्छ. So if you sit in that position for a long period of time, you actually start feeling low. Because that's how our body, mind and feelings are connected. Mind-body connection भनेकै त्यही हो. तर आजकल सबैजना यस्तो गर्छ अनि तल हेर्छ अनि बस्छ अनि घन्टौँ बस्दिन्छ के. So that's how they start feeling low, and again they're comparing their lives with other go celebrities, and that's all fake. It's like, what are you comparing yourselves with?
Comparison in the 21st century has become so simple and so easy because you have it in the palm of your hands. That's what we are talking about,
Yeah.
Shutting that off is very, very hard, right? It's very, very hard.
You think it's hard.
I'm coming to that. We're so addicted. Yes. In the beginning, we talked about marijuana. We started this conversation with marijuana. Of course, it's an addictive drug.
Exactly.
We talk about cigarettes. Of course, nicotine is so addictive. Forget about cigarettes. Let's go to coffee, something that we drink every single day. Caffeine is somewhere or the other embedded in our system. A majority of the people in the world. As soon as you get up, you need that cup of coffee. You need that caffeine hit. Or for smokers, you need that nicotine hit. To get rid of that, it takes you a long, long time. But imagine in the 21st century, we're stuck with a device that is with us constantly, 24/7. For example, back in the day, if we took a break, then we didn't have phones. We used to read something or we used to do something else, at least in our generation. Our generation le ta ke पढ्थ्यो नि त बसेर हैन. तर अहिले त्यो फोन हुने बित्तिकै हातमा जहाँ पनि छ नि त हैन. Getting rid of that is going to be very, very hard. Rid or even taking a break. You agree with me on this?
Yes, of course.
It's very, very hard, हैन. Why should we भन्ने पनि एउटा question हुँदो रहेछ के. Why take a break from it? The example that I give to people is in the morning, especially what I do in the morning is, of course, I've been a nicotine addict and a caffeine addict. I've said this, everybody knows this. So, cell phone addict पनि हो नि त म. Constantly त्यो हेर्ने बानी, त्यो swipe गर्ने र त्यो हेर्ने बानी त मलाई मात्र हैन.
किनकि dopamine release हुन्छ नि त.
Exactly. Because you feel happy.
Yeah.
So what I've started...
Connected.
Exactly. So what I've started doing is to release that dopamine to make myself happy. Maybe I'll fix my bed. Maybe I'll fix something else. I know. First 15 to 30 minutes of my morning when I get up, I do not use the phone.
Excellent.
But trust me, it is so tempting.
I agree with you. तर यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ कि habit हो के. जेसुकै पनि habit हो. तिमीले, if you think it's difficult, it's going to be difficult. If you think, you know what, I can do it, you can do it. त्यति मात्र difference छ पत्यो. It's your thought. If you think you can do it, you can actually do it. It's not going to be difficult.
Yeah.
कस्तो गाह्रो छ है है अर्कोले अनि भन्छ कस्तो गाह्रो छ रिइन्फोर्स्ड हुन्छ क्या त्यो चिज है साँच्चै गाह्रो छ के गाह्रो छ भगवान that phone is not controlling you, you are controlling it. हामीले भन्छौँ नि don't let your emotions control you. तर आजकल के भइसकेको छ, we have like I was saying, not connected to ourselves. That's why we've lost sense of how much we are in control of our thoughts, how much we are in control of things like cell phones, things like what you put inside your mouth. अरे भगवान हेल्थी खान गाह्रो छैन नि कस्तो गाह्रो छ भन्छ के. Okay, you just make healthier choices. And it's a habit. Like now you've got a habit of drinking smoothies, Sanjay.
Yeah.
आज एक दिन तिमी भोलि नखाऊ के नखा के नगरे पहिला थियो 5 वर्ष अगाडि.
Of course थिएन नि.
अनि so it's a habit. So once you think, you know what, I can do it, it's going to एक दिन गाह्रो लाग्ला भोलिपल्ट गर. बाइक चला जस्तै त हो नि. फर्स्टमा चलाउँदाखेरि यो यसरी क्लच दबाउनुपर्छ यो गर्नुपर्छ त्यो गर्नुपर्छ भनेर. तर पछि चलाउँदा सोच्नुपर्छ सरर आफै हुन्छ. गाडी चलाउनु सरर आफै जान्छ. साइकल फर्स्टमा चलाउँदाखेरि ब्यालेन्स oh my god. तर once you know how to do it, trust me, everything is exactly the same. It's up to you whether you're going to think, all right, this is the choice that I'm going to make. And it's not difficult. You just got to say it to yourself. You have to feel like, you know what? I can. And most of the time,
because we don't like change neither.
Change, of course, is difficult. Again, because we think it's difficult. Human beings love to stick to something that will give them pleasure.
Okay.
Right? And would like to run away or avoid things that seems to give them pain or will give them pain. Okay, so that's just human nature. That every time you think about overcoming anything, fear of riding a bike, like I said, it's fear overcome गरा त हो नि. गर्नु त गर्यो नि त्यही त हो नि सबै चीजमा भनेर हामीले सोच्न सक्यो भने चाहिँ it's going to be very easy. I know it's not for everybody. That's why there are not many Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Not many, all the great people. What did they do different? They overcome their fears. They did something different.
Yeah.
That's it.
Stress is something that is very big around the world, especially now. मैले अस्ति कहाँ पढिरहेको थिएँ young people, young मान्छेहरूलाई झन् धेरै स्ट्रेस हुन थालेर क्या. The stress of being a part of the culture, stress of being म त्यो सोसाइटीमा चाहिँ छु कि छैन. यो भनेको त्यो सोसाइटी फेरि फोनभित्रै छ है फेरि होइन. Within the phone the society exists र त्यो सोसाइटीमा चाहिँ am I a part of it or not. So young people are getting more stressed in the world.
Of course.
Yes. I will definitely get into tons of other things. Stress, de-stress man is a word. I've been reading up on this as well. According to you, how should we get de-stressed? How should we remove stress from our life, or at least minimize it?
Minimize it.
How do we do that? What do you think?
Sleep 8 hours.
Wow. Okay.
Drink more water, because as soon as your body is dehydrated, your body goes under stress. If you don't get enough sleep, your immune system is compromised by 70%. So imagine when your body is compromised, what happens? It goes under stress.
So sleep, again, we can talk about this for hours and hours. Sleep is something, for me, it's completely different. See, for me, I completely agree. 8 घण्टा सुत्नुपर्छ भन्ने चाहिँ यो सुने पनि हो बच्चादेखि
7 to 8 hours सुत्नै पर्छ.
I'm on 5 hours.
But it depends what time you sleep, Sanjay. That's the thing.
I get a good solid sleep from 12 to 6. म 12 देखि 6 बजेसम्म I'm out completely.
So your body is getting 1 to 2 hours of regeneration and release of hormones that your body needs for regeneration. So, तिम्रो repair and regeneration जति राम्रोसँग हुन्छ, your cells are going to be healthier. So it all depends. Mentally, like I say, let's simplify things. How do we de-stress? Try to sleep from 10 till 3 in the morning. Why? Because your body releases this thing called melatonin, which is very, very, very important for cell regeneration. Timro cell regeneration bhairachha ni timro old cells are tonna cha bhane, it's very easy for them to get oxidized and get stressed. Your body's going to get toxic. I know I'm going too deep on.
No, that's fine. We got all the time in the world.
So every time you think of your body, यसरी बस्दाखेरि त mood change हुन्छ. Internally, there are a lot of toxicity, and your body is not being able to take that toxicity out and regenerate new cells. भने तिमी mental stress त हुनै पर्दैन. You don't have to even have any stress. You're going to feel freaking stressed. It's because your body is under stress, because you're not sleeping, you're not flushing out the toxicity, you're not doing what's good for your body, like eating healthy.
Wait, before we jump into that, toxicity like कसरी define गर्ने त?
Toxicity भनेको हाम्रो बडीमा एन्डोटक्सिन हुन्छ एउटा एक्सोटक्सिन्स हुन्छ. एन्डोटक्सिन्स भनेको चाहिँ हाम्रो शरीरले आफै बनाउने टक्सिन्स, लाइक old and damaged cells, like bad bacteriaहरूले तिनीहरूले प्रड्युस गरेको चिजहरू, ओके. अनि हाम्रो बडीबाट निस्किने फोहोर, खाएको पचाएको चिजहरू फोहोर, त्यो भनेको भित्रबाट आउने चिज भयो. एक्सोटक्सिन्स भनेको हामीले बाहिरबाट ब्रिथ इन गर्ने अथवा स्किनमा लगाउने अथवा बाहिरको पोल्युसन्सहरू भयो. All of that goes inside our system.
Yeah.
So you must have seen like a lot of people putting on a lot of sunscreen on their body, or like even taking like even I've got makeup today because Sanjay asked me to.
Yes.
So all of these stuff are chemical based, होइन? यो चिजहरू तिमीले स्किनमा लाउँदाखेरि के हुन्छ त? It gets absorbed by your skin.
Yeah.
त्यो कहाँ जान्छ त? ब्लड स्ट्रिममा जान्छ. त्यसपछि कहाँ जान्छ? लिभरमा जान्छ. Your liver has to take out all the toxicity. So liver has more than 500 different functions. One of them is to take out toxicity from your body. है? अब तिम्रो लिभरमा ओभर टक्सिसिटी भयो, किनकि बाहिरको पनि लानु पर्यो, भित्रको सफा पनि गर्नु पर्यो, फ्याट पनि काट्नु परेको छ, ब्लड प्युरिफाई, प्रोटिन सबै चिज गर्नु परिरहेछ. A lot of people now are having thyroid issues. A lot of people come to me with thyroid issues or fertility issues or fatty liver, and they're like, I don't drink, fatty liver wala. It's because your liver is overtaxed. It's because of a lot of pollution. You're not sleeping on time, your liver's going to get taxed. When your liver is taxed, you're going to feel like, sorry, I was about to say shit. Can I say shit?
Yeah, of course you can.
You're going to feel like shit. Like for real. You won't have energy. Your hormones are going to be whacked. You're going to feel horrible. So the only way we can think about detoxifying is making sure we breathe. Wow, भन्दाखेरि हामीले इनहेल गर्दा अक्सिजन जाने मात्र त होइन, एक्सहेल गर्दाखेरि पनि आउँछ बाहिर. So think of your lungs as air purifier. Okay, so then we have our liver and our kidney, which detoxifies हाम्रो blood and सबै त्यो urea, सबै जाने युरिनबाट जाने urea, that's why. Then comes हाम्रो digestive system. We don't even think about what we put inside our mouth. Constantly खाएको गर्छ. Oh yeah, sugar खानु हुँदैन भनेर सुनेको हुन्छ. But more than sugar, there are so many things that we're putting inside our system.
Okay, we'll definitely get into this.
And then skin. Skin भनेको हाम्रो largest organ on our body हो. स्किनबाट यो सबै पोर्सबाट भित्र पनि त जान्छ, बाहिर मात्र आउने त होइन. सो स्किनले सोच्छ पनि बाहिर पनि निकाल्छ भन्ने कुरा बुझ्यो मात्र भने you'll stop putting half of the stuff that you put on your body. Okay? So skinबाट पनि detoxify हुन्छ, we sweat out.
Yeah.
सबैजनालाई थाहा छ.
I sweat out a lot. Yeah.
होइन? So स्वेट गर्दाखेरि पनि डिटक्स हुन्छ. अर्को त पी एन्ड पुप भइहाल्यो डाइजेस्टिभ सिस्टमबाट. त्यसपछि there is one more thing.
What's that?
Lymphatic system.
What is that?
So lymphatic system भनेको चाहिँ हाम्रो ड्रेनेज सिस्टम भनेर बुझ्नु पर्यो कि. जस्तो ब्लड पम्प गर्नको लागि चाहिँ we have the heart. लिम्फलाई हामीले फ्लो गराउनको लागि चाहिँ we need to make sure we exercise or massage or walk or do something. Then only lymphबाट चाहिँ फोहोर बाहिर निस्किन्छ.
Lymph nodes भने जस्तो खाले.
Exactly, that's lymph nodes. So detox भन्ने बित्तिकै मान्छेले they'll think, oh, I gotta go do juice fast. Well, you gotta detox every day, sweetheart.
You gotta drink juice every morning and every afternoon and every evening.
So these are the things that needs to be kept in mind if you're thinking about detoxification. It's not just one thing. That's why breathe. Every second, तिम्रो bodyमा millions of cells are being generated. Millions of cells are being degenerated.
Every day.
Every
second. Every second.
minute.
How many cells do we have in our body though?
Oh my God, trillions. That is a very interesting fact, eh?
Yeah.
90% हाम्रो human body is bacteria, archaea, viruses and funguses.
Yeah, 90%.
90% and 10% matra human ke. Isn't that amazing?
Jesus.
And we're trying to fight this bloody virus ke.
Oh man, COVID-19 as a बिहान सिंगापुरको बारेमा पढिरहेको थिएँ मैले. Singapore wants to make COVID-19 endemic, होइन, they want to treat it like influenza. होइन, यो लाग्छ होइन, बिस्तारै बिस्तारै gradually it's gonna come, everybody's gonna get it भनेर होइन, how strong are you gonna be and how strong is the population gonna be भनेर मात्र बसिरहेको छ कि सिङ्गापुरले, हुन्छ नि होइन, खोल्नु त पर्यो, the economy has to run, होइन, we cannot be scared of COVID-19 all the time. One of the reasons why I've been talking about again, I've been reporting on COVID-19 on my broadcast show, होइन, forever. तर सँगसँगै चाहिँ I'm मलाई यस्तो मनमा पर्छ जब मान्छेले चाहिँ हुन्छ नि होइन, यो आयो त्यो भयो तर we're not talking about our body, we're not talking that we need to put good things in our body to fight this virus. होइन, किनभने there is no cure for it, होइन, cure त छैन, तर at least we can build our immune system in such a way that we're ready to fight it.
Exactly. So what is our immune system? What do you think is our immune system?
Well, for me, what our immune system is, little fighters that I've got that are going to go ahead and...
You're not wrong.
I like saying it in this way to make everybody understand, होइन, सोल्जर्सलाई कस्तो बनाउने त होइन, अब के राम्रो हतियार दिने कि नदिने, कमान्डो बनाउने कि अब त्यस्तै हुन्छ नि, त्यो पुरानो 303 राइफल दिने त होइन.
कहाँ छ तिम्रो इम्युन सिस्टम?
मेरो इम्युन सिस्टम, आई थिङ्क द होल बडी. Majority starts from here. No, where does it start from? Jesus.
80% of your immune system is your gut.
Right here.
And what's the immune system? It's the gut bacteria. So whenever we think about bacteria, oh my God, when did they sanitize? You're actually killing the good guys as well.
So it doesn't start from here, it starts from here?
Literally, everything starts from here. There is this whole thing that I can go on and on about gut and brain connection. If your gut is not doing well, you're going to have anxiety, you're going to have depression, you cannot think straight, you'll have brain fog. It all starts in your gut.
Okay.
So gut,
elaborate, please.
So gut bacteria, think about your immune system. You said, oh, tiny little guys. There are tiny little guys. So they are your तिमीलाई fight गरेर बचाउने हो कि तिमीलाई बिरामी गराउने हो, it's the bacteria. So these bacterias like राम्रो bacteria चाहिँ फेरि the good guys only and only feed on one thing. के होला guess गर त?
Oh my God, this is such a trick question. Trick question. I like yogurt. I don't know.
Yogurt भनेको तिमीले bacteriaको लागि खायो, तर त्यो bacteria we have
sugar नि.
भगवान होइन. राम्रो guys, good
guys.
The good guys and the bad guys, okay?
Yeah.
So the good guys, what do they like?
Count me out.
Fiber.
Okay.
They only and only eat fiber. Where do you get the fibers from?
Wow, this is going to be such a bad class. Right? Fibers from all the good things that we eat, from non-carby things.
Okay, here's the thing.
Oh, wow, get ready for the class. Yes, ma'am.
Fibers can only and only be obtained from plants. Plants भन्ने बित्तिकै, what do we think? सागपात होइन, सागपात मात्र होइन. Fruits, vegetables, legumes, grains. They are rich in soluble and insoluble fiber. And those good guys, your immune system,
my soldiers,
your soldiers, they love fibers and they only feed on fibers. Okay, so now what about the bad guys? The bad guys feed on animal products like cheese, milk, refined and processed sugar like maida, त्योहरू भयो हैन, processed foodहरू एकदमै मन पर्छ, अनि meat मन पर्छ. It's very, very, very interesting because हाम्रो body हामीले सोच्दाखेरि हैन, people think, oh, I need to eat meat and then I'm going to be strong and I'm going to be this, that. You're actually, okay, maybe you're getting the amino acid, but you're actually feeding the bad guys, which is then causing your cholesterol to go up, causing plaque in your arteries, giving you diabetes and all of that, and inflammation. So every time you think about inflammation, सुनेको छौ inflammation भनेको? Most of the heart disease देखि लिएर cancer देखि लिएर सबै चिज basically starts from inflammation. Okay, so inflammation like घटाउने चिज के हो त? एकदमै सजिलो बनाएर भन्नुस् ल. इन्फ्लेमेसन भनेको के हो भन्दाखेरि जब बडीमा धेरै टक्सिसिटी हुन्छ अथवा bad guys को overpopulation हुन्छ. Okay, toxicity त्यसपछि झन् बढ्छ. So every time you're eating your animal products, हाम्रो शरीरले चाहिँ TMAO भन्ने चिज प्रोड्युस गर्छ, which causes inflammation. हैन? अब यो इन्फ्लेमेसन घटाउनको लागि चाहिँ फेरि के गर्नुपर्छ भन्दाखेरि बडीलाई गुड गाइज चाहिन्छ. किनकि गुड गाइज then produces something that actually counterattacks the inflammation. Now, funny thing and very interesting is हाम्रो बडीको एउटा pH भन्ने चिज थाहा छ, alkaline, acidic. मान्छेले चाहिँ acidity भयो मात्र बुझ्छ, तर your whole body has this alkaline and acidic level. So our body needs to be alkaline for it to function properly. Okay? पेट बाहेक. So every time you think about alkaline कसरी बनाउने, again, vegetables, oxygen and water makes your body alkaline.
Vegetables, oxygen and water.
So every time you're consuming those things like fruits and vegetables and water and proper oxygenation alkalizes your system. How do we make our body acidic? Start taking tons of meats and dairy and cheese, make your body inflamed. So, मेरोमा मान्छेहरू आउनुहुन्छ with chronic backache देखि लिएर, they've had it for years and years. It goes away in 2 weeks. 74-year-old एकजना आउनु भएको थियो.
Yeah.
With a prolapsed disc, and it was like मेरोमा आउने चाहिँ सबैजना last resort. Yogi Prerana Shah is like the last resort.
She's gonna fix you. Nobody else can.
No. I don't say that I'm gonna fix you.
Yeah.
I just say to people, I'll guide you through things that I have learned, which is going to help you. मेरो 20 years मा मैले जे सिकेको छु, I'm gonna try to give it to you in 2 hours. It's up to you what you're going to do, but I'll try to help you. So, उहाँ आउनु भएको थियो हैन, 74-year-old man with a prolapsed disc, with 14 years अगाडिदेखिको prolapsed disc है फेरि. अनि सर्जरी गर्न उहाँलाई डर लागेर चाहिँ one of my very good friend recommended him to me. आउनु भयो, 2 महिनामा गयो है, उहाँको ठीक भयो. It's like कसरी ठीक भयो? किनकि नमर्नु जेलसम्म त हड्डी पनि खास रिपेयर मैले भने नि रिजेनेरेसन भइ नै रहा हुन्छ. But you need to give your body the building blocks and take out the stuff which is making it inflamed. So every time you think about inflammation, like I said, you have to take away the inflammation, stop taking the food and doing things which is causing inflammation. Again, inflammation लाई खानेकुरा त एउटा भयो, निन्द्रा कम भयो भने पनि inflammation हुन्छ है.
Coming back to all the things that we were talking about,
we've talked about so many things.
Yeah, this is good. This is exactly the reason why I do the podcast, for me to gain knowledge. Trust me. What I do the best is I do events, I host events. I'm even better at beauty pageants than you participated at hosting that. So trust me, I come from a almost zero knowledge background. That's what I do. Nobody should take me seriously. By the way, let's talk about this. You've been to Miss Nepal. You were part of Miss Nepal. When was this?
Oh my God, 2003.
2003. Wow. How far along did you get? Miss Nepal.
I was Miss Nepal Asia Pacific.
Asia Pacific.
Then I went to Asia Pacific. Then I came on top 10.
Yeah.
I made history for Nepal.
You did for the first time. At that time, what all did we have? We had World. We had
Miss Asia Pacific.
And
I don't even remember.
I think there was one more. No, we're proud of
There was one more.
I think
because I was never into beauty pageants. I mean, only after I coached Miss Universe Nepalko last year, that's when I realized, you know what? It's actually a really good platform for girls who want to learn. It's such a good thing. It's how you perceive it. मलाई त interested थिएन. I was never interested in beauty pageant. मलाई फर्स्टमा रचना दी was the one who was like, आउनै पर्छ, गर्नै पर्छ. Prasan Dai?
Yeah, of course.
It's उसको birthday.
It's उसको birthday. I put up a post.
Yeah, so Prasan Dai was like, Baini, तिमी Miss Nepal जानुपर्छ. I'm like, why me?
Because you're beautiful.
Thank you.
And you're super smart.
Oh, thank you very much. Maybe I was not back then. तर त्यति बेला र अहिले पनि नेपालमा अग्लो मान्छेहरू थिएन. I was bullied for being tall.
How tall are you now? Let's tell everybody.
Almost 6.
Almost 6. Yeah.
अलिकति मात्र कम छ. So I was actually bullied throughout my school time, like, because I was too tall. I never felt like I was, fit in भएन. है त्यसमाथि अहिले भर्खर I've been diagnosed, not भर्खर, it's been a couple of years now that I've been diagnosed that I'm dyslexic. So all of these things, like never made me feel like I'm beautiful. Oh.
Yeah.
And I never felt like I was smart enough, I was good enough, because तिमी त कस्तो ugly, So Nepalima, ugly is tall, but again, ugly is what?
Ugly.
Ugly. So I always thought I was ugly. Oh wow! Oh my goodness!
Zoom into this. Oh
Please,
wow! This is when I'll get all the.
Oh my god!
Zoom out.
Zoom out.
अरू छ हेर्नु न.
I'm not much
You कहिले
media, for God's sakes.
We did find the picture. Good job.
We did find the picture. Yeah. So I always thought I was not like that beauty queen thing, Beauty queen, but you think about, hot girls. Again, comparison ke kura aउँछ. But throughout my childhood and teenage, and even when I was, let's say, 20-something, it was very difficult for me to fit in Nepalma.
Yeah.
Too tall, too skinny, too dark. That's what they want.
That's what they want. You're too tall and too ugly.
Too ugly. So the ugly भन्ने cheese, I think, really got into my head, and I never thought I was beautiful. But then when I went for Miss Asia Pacific, म बाहिर निस्किनु बित्तिकै, are you a model? भन्न थाल्यो. I'm like, hey, कुन चाहिँ angle बाट model? So त्यति बेला पनि I actually felt like, Miss Nepalमा गइसकेपछि पनि I felt like I started accepting myself more. नेपालमा चाहिँ हैन, बाहिर गएपछि. किनकि बाहिरको सबै केटीहरूले चाहिँ you must be a model गर्थे के. कहाँबाट modeling? I was 18. I'd never done modeling. I was never into it. Then I started realizing, oh, I've got long legs. मान्छेले appreciate गर्दो रहेछ. Oh, they love my skin color. Picture मा राम्रो आउँदो रहेछ. It was a very, it was, के भन्ने अब, राम्रो experience. तर self acceptance चाहिँ त्यति बेला पनि आएको है. So मिस नेपालहरूलाई मान्छेले नराम्रो एउटा प्लेटफर्म त्यो जज गर्छ उसमा आएर, तर त्यो मान्छेहरूको लाइफ कति चेन्ज हुन्छ भन्न थाहा छैन के. They get to meet a lot of people, they make friends, they get to learn so much हुन्छ नि. It's not just about media. I was never in media ever. But मेरो life changed. And त्यो life changed भएपछि I've been able to help thousands of people. By now I've coached more than thousands. मेरो प्रोग्राम्सहरुमा एकचोटीमा 500 जनादेखि लिएर 2000 सम्मको छ. I've changed families by, So it did start from me accepting myself.
Yeah.
I would have always thought, I'm dumb. I'm not good enough. I would not be confident enough to even help anyone.
Being bullied is a very big thing. अहिले पनि.
Very bad.
यो हाइटले मात्र पनि हैन हुन्छ नि हैन, हामी कसरी साउन्ड गर्छौं, हामी कस्तो देख्छौं मात्र पनि हैन कि अहिले आएर त त्यो सोशल मिडियाले यस्तो सजिलो बनाइरहेछ मान्छेलाई बुली गर्नलाई हुन्छ नि हैन, कम्प्युटर पछाडी बस्ने अनि लेख्ने. हैन त्यहाँबाट सुरु हुन्छ नि त आजकल त. पहिला बरु हामी स्कुलमा हुँदाखेरि बरु फेस टु फेस हुन्थ्यो होला हैन, फेस टु फेस हुन्थ्यो नि त हैन. अब हुन्छ नि हैन, फेस टु फेस हुन्थ्यो अथवा वर्ड टु माउथ, त्यही एउटा त्यो हुन्छ नि ल 50-100 जनामै सकिन्थ्यो होला स्कुलमा हैन. तर अहिले आएर त imagine what teenagers are going through right now.
Yeah, that's why they need to be more accepting. They need to connect to themselves more than ever, and they need to realize how important and beautiful they are. Beautiful भनेको बाहिर मात्रै हैन नि. How beautiful they truly are. And like I said, सबैजनाको एउटा unique gift हुन्छ के Sanjay. Like when I first met you, I was like, oh my God, Sanjay, so he's such a good guy. And, you know, it's what you've done throughout these years, it has impacted a lot of people. तिमीले नचिनेको मान्छेलाई कतिलाई इम्प्याक्ट गर्यो होला होइन त तिम्रो गिफ्ट भनेको के हो त
I still don't know.
Well, you can communicate. होइन एउटा त
मैले यसरी लिन्छु कि the impacts that I have made in the society. Let's see, होइन I've been working in the media for 13 years, होइन 1000 थोक भने होला मैले होइन on record, off record, होइन maybe I changed one person's life for the better.
That's all that you need to do.
That's all that I think of, होइन एकजना व्यक्तिलाई चाहिँ मैले केही न केही पोजिटिभ कुरा गर्दै थिएँ होला जसले गर्दा चाहिँ त्यो व्यक्तिको जिन्दगी अलिकति डिफ्रेन्ट भयो होला फर द बेटर होइन अलिकति भए पनि होइन
तिमीलाई हेरेर कतिजना I am sure they look up to you, Sanjay. A lot of them. I know a lot of them who appreciate you and what you've, you know, done.
Just look at the good things, guys. Come on. I don't eat right a lot of times as well. All right, let's talk about eating. I know this is one big factor that has transformed my life. I know. म अल्छी पनि हो होइन देशलाई थाहा होला नथाहा होला होइन बिहानको समय मैले 10 वर्ष मेरो जिन्दगीमा प्रोएक्टिभ बनाइनँ I did not make 10 years of my life proactive in the morning. अहिले आएर thank you COVID-19. I've started making my mornings very, very proactive. I wake up really early, like I said earlier. And especially, I start my day very early. And I end it around 12, like I said. And to good solid 6-7 hours, I get to sleep. To balance ma राख्नु पर्ने रहेछ त्यो सँगसँगै चाहिँ खानेकुरालाई पनि ब्यालेन्समा राख्नुपर्ने रहेछ कि होइन वुड गेट इन्टु वर्कआउट इन अ वाइल बट खानेकुरा ब्यालेन्समा राख्न चाहिँ हामी चुक्दो रहेछौँ कि एकदमै चुक्दो रहेछौँ नेपालमा मात्र होइन संसारैभरि पनि धेरैजना हामी
नेपालीहरू धेरै राम्रो खान्छ कम्पेयर टु अदर पिपल यस अफ कोच पिपल अल ओभर द वर्ल्ड नेपालीहरू जस्तो राम्रो खाने कोही पनि छैन
हो हाम्रो दाल भात तरकारी अथवा भनौँ न फर इक्जाम्पल हाम्रो समय बजी सेट विच आई गिभ अ लट अफ इक्जाम्पल फर होइन हेज अल द न्युट्रियन्ट्स लाग्छ कि मलाई
एक्सलेन्ट
या
यस एक्सेप्ट फर द मिट if you avoid the meat and the eggs. तर यस्तो है Sanjay, I never ask people to go extreme मा तिमी 90% of the time राम्रो गर let's say 80% of the time नै तिमीले राम्रो गर्यो भने 20% तिमीले जङ्क खाऊ तिमी रक्सी खाऊ तिमी जेसुकै खाऊ तिम्रो body can still handle and take care of you. तर तिमी 20% मात्र राम्रो गर्ने 80% नराम्रो गर्यो भने चाहिँ काम छैन अरे
जडीबुटीमा बाँच्ने साथीहरू पनि चिन्छु मैले अलिअलि होइन
सो जडीबुटी पनि कहिलेकाहीँ खानु भने द्याट्स मेडिसिन ओके अब जडीबुटी we are talking about weed here guys so it's not like the medicine that we're talking about so जडीबुटी you know what when I coach people बाहिरको बेसार खाऊ भन्नुपर्छ होइन नेपालले बेसार खाऊ भन्नु पर्दैन तरकारीमा मजाले बेसार गएर आउँछ एन्टी इन्फ्लामेटरी अगेन होइन अहिले त्यहाँ सबैजनाले कर्क्युमिन भनेर ट्याब्लेट्स खान थालेछ ए भगवान् ट्याब्लेट्स खानै पर्दैन हामी नेपालीले बेसारको एउटा कम्पोनेन्ट हो जस्तो CBD र THC अघि हामीले निकालेको थियो नि त्यस्तै गरेर सो एभ्री टाइम यु थिङ्क अबाउट हाम्रो जिरा धनिया बेसार all of these things are actually जडीबुटी for real medicine. All plant, your food is your medicine. Okay? नेपालीहरूको खानेकुरामा धेरै राम्रो राम्रो चिज हो जस्तो हामीले तिमीले ब्यालेन्स सबै चिज न्युट्रियन्ट्स छ भने you're very right. अनि हामी नर्मली सिजनल खानेकुरा मात्रै खान्छ which is excellent. That actually helps with again gut flora अनि त्यसको diversification. Okay? So all these different gut bacteria like fiber भन्नु मैले अघि नै भने नि त्यो gut bacteriaले different gut bacteriaले different strains खान्छ and we need all those different strains of gut bacteria. Okay, so whenever you think about Nepali food, हामीले अमिलो अचार पनि थाहा छ नि तिमीलाई
कुन चाहिँ अमिलो अचार भनेको
काँक्रोको अचार हो मुलाको अचार पुसको पानीको अचार
अचारहरू
exactly those are what
good bacteria.
Yes.
See, I'm learning, man. I'm learning.
So here's the thing what we need to understand. The probiotic, हामीले त्यो पिल्सबाट खानुभन्दा पनि खानेकुराबाट रेगुलरली खाइसकेपछि चाहिँ हाम्रो खास गट हेल्थी हुन्छ त्यो प्रोबायोटिकले खाने भनेको प्रिबायोटिक हो सो दोज आर द फाइबर्स अगेन vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, legumes, all of that. Why are we needing all of that? Because we need the postbiotic.
What is postbiotic now?
That's your, again, short-chain fatty acid that the good guys release. That's what our body requires for overall functions.
I am thinking of getting into यो थट हो होइन यो लगभग 3 हप्ता जस्तो अगाडिको कुरा हो हुन्छ नि होइन म सोचिरहेको छु होइन म अगेन इट्स अ बिग डिसिजन इन माई लाइफ होइन टेकिङ अ ब्रेक फ्रम मिट होइन अगेन इट्स अ बिग डिसिजन इन माई लाइफ होइन विगतको 33 वर्षदेखि हरेक अलमोस्ट एभ्री डे जस्तो
मात्र भयो
हो
हुन लाग्यो है
34 हुन आँट्यो होइन अस्ति भर्खर एउटा 34 को पार्टीमा गएर आएको थियौँ हामी दुईजना होइन बर्थडे पार्टीमा होइन शशाङ्क प्रधान वी डु लभ यु ओके भेजिटेबल्स मात्र खानु भनेको मैले कहिले पनि कल्पना गर्न सक्दिनँ थिएँ that I'm going to survive on vegetables. For the past 3-4 weeks, I've been trying. I know meat consumption अलिकति कम गरेको छु अनि आफै नै meat consumption अलिकति कम गरेको छु र I want to see how my body is going to react. होइन बिस्तारै गरेर चाहिँ मलाई ट्राई चाहिँ गर्नु मन छ हुन्छ नि होइन फर लेट्स से 1 महिनाको लागि चाहिँ अथवा 1 हप्ताको लागि चाहिँ मिटबाट ब्रेक लिने होइन I just want to give it a try. I'm not trying to say that I'm going to jump into this. I know. Again, like I've tried so many different things. I've let go of cigarettes that I smoke. I've been smoking for the past, smoking for 10 years. I know, almost 20-30 cigarettes a day. I know. त्यहाँबाट ब्रेक लियो हरेक दिन कफी खान्थ्यो त्यहाँबाट ब्रेक लिइसक्यो अहिले आएर होइन अब अहिले आएर ग्रेजुअली of course with alcohol too होइन I've been on a break for such a long time होइन that's why I say cigars and champagnes are the only thing that I'm going to drink हुन्छ नि होइन or smoke if I ever do अब अहिले आएर मिटबाट पनि ब्रेक लिने just a thought. I don't know how much I can make that change in my life. किनभने त्यो embed भइसक्यो के
So this is the thing. When you know better, you do better, के Sanjay?
Yeah.
When you know it's going to support you, like when you start realizing, oh, my gut bacteria, my immune system, my body is loving the food, which is fruits, vegetables. If you love yourself, think about it. What would you do? You're definitely going to consume more vegetables, fruits. And when you understand, meat ले त inflammation गराउँदो रहेछ है तिमी आफूले अर्को एउटा मान्छे that you really love भनेर राख होइन अनि त्यो मान्छेले चाहिँ सानो बेबी हो अनि त्यो मान्छेलाई चाहिँ तिमीले जे खान्थ्यो त्यो चिज मात्रै नै खान पाउँछ ल Are you going, when you understand like whatever I've shared with you today, जब तिमीले त्यो पार्ट बुझ्छौ नि Are you going to feed that baby the good stuff or the bad stuff? You make that choice.
I have to make that choice very, very soon. I know. Oh my God, it's so tempting. That momo is so tempting.
So here's the thing. Like I said, go 80-20. You extreme गर्ने बित्तिकै कुनै पनि चिजको balance हुँदैन अरे Again, you're going to be feeling rigid, you're going to feel deprived, and you want it more. Because the more you don't get it, the more we want it. Again, human nature. Right? So don't deprive yourself of anything, not even sugar. Like I say, you can have a little bit of sugar. Processed food धेरै नखाऊ अलिअलि खाऊ junk food के हुन्छ तर त्यो खाइसकेपछि त्यसलाई कसरी त्यसलाई राम्रो चिज पनि त एड गर्नु पर्यो एक्सरसाइज गर्नु पर्यो टाइममा सुत्नु पर्यो राम्रो खानु पर्यो पानी खानु पर्यो राम्रो चिज पनि गर्नु पर्यो के सो डोन्ट गो एक्सट्रिम म छोड्छु यस्तो भनेर इफ यु आर फाइन्डिङ इट डिफिकल्ट नछोड तर majority of your food or whatever you consume should be healthy गाह्रो छैन नि छ त
खै अलिअलि कहिले काहीँ त्यो हुन्छ नि in one of those weird days when you really want that cravings हैन
खाऊ न खाऊ नखाऊ भनेकै छैन मैले so whenever people say oh you don't eat meat and you're asking other people to eat meat I'm not asking anyone to eat meat I'm just saying deprive नगर तिम्रो बडीले आफै छोड्छ if you don't want it
We did talk about this earlier. Vegan people will go to somebody and if they meet somebody, they'll always pronounce or they'll always announce that they are vegan. एक हिसाबले हुन्छ नि म vegan हो भनेर you vegan and you are vegan. त्यसरी भन्छ हैन plus you are vegan हैन but you don't announce it to everybody हैन at least I know you हैन What's the difference between being a vegetarian and being a vegan?
भेजिटेरियन्सहरूले चाहिँ एनिमल प्रडक्ट्स खानुहुन्छ जस्तो मिल्क होइन चिज हनी कुनै पनि एनिमलबाट प्रड्युस भएको चिज खाने स्टिल तर माछा मासु चाहिँ नखाने इज भेजिटेरियन कोही कोही भेजिटेरियन्सहरूले अन्डा पनि खानुहुन्छ भिगन्सहरूले चाहिँ कुनै पनि एनिमलबाट डिराइभड भएको चिज खानुहुन्न ओके सो त्यो नखानेलाई चाहिँ प्लान्ट बेस्ड भनिन्छ है फेरि सन्जय दे आर नट भिगन्स सो भिगनहरूले चाहिँ फेरि एक्सट्रिमै हुन्छ अलि लेदर लगाउँदैन एनिमलमा युज एनिमल के भन्छ मलाई भन्न नआएन कस्मेटिक्सहरू के एक्सपेरिमेन्ट्सहरू एनिमलमाथि गरेको एक्सपेरिमेन्ट गरेको उहरू कस्मेटिक्स लाउँदैन सम अफ देम आर सो एक्सट्रिम लाइक पाम ओइल खाँदैन पाम ओइल भएको चिज खाँदैन होइन सो veganism is actually a lifestyle and it's nothing to do with just trying to eat plants so vegans हुनु भनेको out of compassion धेरैजना हुन्छ compassion towards animals compassion towards mother earth अनि उनीहरूले धेरै बुझे पनि हुन्छ है अब मलाई veganism भन्दा पनि the reason I stopped eating meat initially was because I felt like I was being a hypocrite. Hypocrisy तिर धेरै नै ढल्के जस्तो फिल भएको थियो किन भन्दाखेरि कुकुरलाई चाहिँ माया गर्ने चिकन चाहिँ खाने त्यो पनि त जनावरै हो होइन त अनि गाईको दुध खाने ए भगवान गाईले त आफ्नो बच्चाको लागि पो दुध निकाल्यो हाम्रो लागि हो एन्ड थिङ्क अबाउट इट दिस वे हामी ह्युमन बिङ्स बाहेक अरू कोही जनावरले गएर गाईको दुध खान जान्छ खाँदैन खै त घोडाको हड्डी त बलियै छ राइनोको पनि बलियै छ वाट डु दे इट ग्रास हात्ती त्यत्रो ठुलो छ बलियो छ गाईको दुध त खा छैन के खाछ छैन वाइ डु वी ह्युमन्स need to go and get milk from other animal भने बच्चा इन्फेन्टले खायो आमाको दुध खायो त्यसपछि खाँदैन हरेक एनिमल्समा हामी ह्युमन बिङ्स चाहिँ बुढो हुन्छ दुध खानुपर्ने रे एन्ड वी थिङ्क वी डोन्ट गेट क्याल्सियम एन्ड वी डोन्ट गेट दिस एन्ड द्याट ए भगवान इफ यु रियली वान्ट युर बोन्स टु बी स्ट्रङ यु निड टु एक्सर्साइज त्यो चाहिँ कहाँ गयो यो सबै यो कन्ज्युमर अनि यो कन्ज्युमर त्यो हुन्छ नि मेन्टालिटीलाई फिड गर्ने यो सबै इन्डस्ट्रिजहरूले नै हटाएको इट्स बेसिकली कमर्सियलाइज गरेको चिज हो नि त होइन त इफ यु थिङ्क अबाउट इट डेरी इन्डस्ट्री कति ठुलो छ ह्युज म्यासिभ मिटको इन्डस्ट्री ओ माई गड यु नो सो फर देम टु सेल समथिङ टु यु they need to educate you or brainwash you saying that it's good for you kawaii you need that for your bone health you get more calcium from pumpkin seeds than you get from a glass of milk you know you get more protein from sesame seed than you get from beef or chicken or eggs त्यो त खै त छैन अहिले मान्छेले बुझेर रिसर्च गरेर थाहा पाइरहेछ ए सेसमी सिडमा त हाई सोर्स अफ प्रोटिन पनि रहेछ फाइबर पनि रहेछ ओमेगा पनि रहेछ यो रहेछ त्यो रहेछ ए सबै मिनरल्स रहेछ भनेर सो बेसिकली वेन यु थिङ्क अबाउट veganism होइन भिगन्सहरूले चाहिँ वी निड टु सेभ द प्लानेट भन्ने चिज पनि बुझेको छ क्या है I really encourage everyone listening to us and watching us on YouTube to watch What the Health भन्ने चिज एउटा युट्युबमै छ What the Health भन्ने documentary, a very detailed and beautifully made documentary. Nothing त्यसमा त्यो एनिमल्सहरूको बारेमा छैन Why go plant based भनेर छ And there is another documentary which is excellent called Game Changers. So it's about athletes and strong.
I've watched that.
Yes. So all these people, why they go plant-based for health. होइन सो veganism त्यसपछि चाहिँ अनि अलि हेल्थको बारेमा सोचेर पनि मान्छे vegan हुन जान्छ तर most of the vegans that I have come across who I'm very close to they're not just vegan for the health. Some of them are very unhealthy.
Yeah.
They are doing it out of compassion. out of knowing that that's the right thing to do, that they feel that that's the right thing to do. But like I'm telling you, you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. Like you've watched Game Changers. If that didn't impress you or impress upon you that you've better go plant-based for your health, Pani, nothing can change your mind, Sanjay.
Mm-hmm.
It has to come from inside, So vegans are, it's for the animals. It's for the earth.
No, I agree with you. And again, like I said, I've been giving it a thought. And anything that you want to do in your life, it doesn't happen in one day. At least मसँग चाहिँ हुँदैन. कतिजनाको हुँदो रहेछ हैन, बिहान उठ्ने बित्तिकै हुन्छ नि, I'm going to rebrand my life. हैन, January 1st, you're going to think that you're going to be Superman.
पहिल्यैदेखि सोचिरहेको हुन्छ के उनीहरूले गर्न थाल्नुहुन्छ त्यो दिन
गर्न थालिन्छ January 1st मा हो. What have you done on January 1st?
What did I do, man? Seriously, I've been planning to go on ABC trek since 2019. यो पालि चाहिँ जान्छु नि भन्नु Jan 1st पनि सोचेको थिएँ.
Well, you can make that happen. You're hanging out with a very good-looking human. Both of you guys could definitely go ahead and take that fantastic motorcycle of yours and head up the mountains.
Yeah, we're planning to do that. यो पालि चाहिँ गर्ने हो. अति भयो.
Put up a picture of Moby, 2021 go picture Moby ko, Moby, He's an amazing artist. I've been following Moby
and
for.
He is vegan.
He is vegan.
A lot of people are. Lewis Hamilton, he's vegan. All these Djokovic, he's vegan. A lot of athletes nowadays they go vegan.
अलिकति तल मोबीको यो ट्याटु देखाउँछु मैले एनिमल राइट्सको ट्याटु हानेछ मोबीले हैन. I'm a big fan of Moby's music हैन. अनि one of the reasons why I'm thinking of letting go of meat is because of Moby as well. I listen to a lot of his music. उसको म्युजिक पनि मन पर्छ मलाई हैन. र कसैले कतै न कतैबाट इन्स्पायर गर्नुपर्छ के.
Exactly.
हैन. र यो मोबीले त्यो ट्याटुज देखि लिएर vegan भनेर लेखेको छ हैन. Open the other one to right hand side left hand side vegan for life. There you go.
Yeah.
Mobile tattoo I was like, oh, not bad. His music has really touched me a lot. Anyways, so there are a lot of people who are advocating for turning vegan, talking about animal rights, and talking about things that you can do within the society as well, and including you. You made such a big impact on so many people's lives. People I know, my life as well, in many different aspects of it. Let's jump into your business as well, Luxury Yogi. Let's talk a little bit about that as well. Let's talk about wellness. Let's talk about tons of other things that you do as well for everybody who are listening and watching as well. Can you just tell everybody?
So Luxury Yogi, first of all, the thing that I get from people is how can luxury and yoga go together? And then I tell them, you know what? Your health is your biggest wealth.
True.
Luxury bhaneko, good health is a luxury that you need to spend and invest in, right? So whenever people say luxury and then yogi, like I said, everything is frequency. Everything is interconnected. Yogi bhaneko, connected with everything. Yug bata ago, yog bata yogi ago. Yogi is oneness with the universe. So my main intention of starting Luxury Yogi was to make people understand health is your biggest wealth, eh? And you have to be one with everyone. You can't be selfish. You can't just think about yourself. You can't be thinking, all right, I'm going to make all the money and make everyone else feel bad or, because people have this tendency of thinking just for themselves. There is repercussion and the karma that comes back to you. I know it's... So, yogi le bhaneko त्यो बुझेको हुन्छ कि every action is basically उसकै लागि हो. उसले राम्रो गर उसकै लागि हो, उसले नराम्रो गर उसकै लागि हो. Because उनी हो oneness.
I'm a big believer in
karma.
We'll get back to this. I'm a big believer in karma. राम्रो काम गर्यो भने राम्रो हुन्छ. म सिधा कुरा I'm a very simple man. I'm like the घोडाले त्यो यसरी त्यो लाउँछ नि त्यस्तो खाले मान्छे हो म अहिले आएर 21औं शताब्दीमा हैन.
Yeah, it's actually been proven by quantum physics now.
That if you do good things are going to happen to you. What?
Yes. So
Yes.
basically everything
Yeah.
is frequency. We attract like attracts like in quantum physics, okay? So if you're vibrating at a certain frequency, you'll attract the same frequency good cheeseharu mancheharu around you. That's why we say, oh, good vibes. Oh, I vibe with that person. What does that mean? You're vibrating at a certain frequency. Right?
Yeah.
So every time you are bringing in good things, it's because you're vibrating at a certain frequency. Timi naramro kaam gardacho, you'll be vibrating at a lower frequency. You'll start attracting negative things into your life. Karma bhaneko pani त्यही नै हो खास.
I completely agree with you on this 100%. I know. So I've let go of a lot of people during this COVID time. I know. A lot of people, literally, I kicked out a lot of people from my social media. I kicked out a lot of people from my life. I know.
Oh, thank God I still have you. You have me on our social medias.
Even with the podcast, I want to invite, of course, like I was telling you off air, and saying, my friends, definitely people who I love, who I care about, are definitely going to come over. People who are trying to make a change in the country, a change in the society, of course, I'll invite them over. It doesn't matter. Everybody is running after numbers, के जहिले पनि यो देशमा मात्र हैन यो अहिले 21औं शताब्दीमा आएर in 2021 everybody is running after numbers. How many views did we get? How many likes do we have? How many comments did we get? Even my team's telling me about that. And I tell everybody, especially with this podcast, and especially with what I'm trying to do, I don't care about how much likes and how many things that we get. I'm thankful that we have some sponsors and supporters. Because of them, we're running, and I'm thankful that we have tons of people who watch it. I really don't care about how many people are going to watch it. I want that one person to watch it.
You want to have that impact.
One person.
One person, yeah.
That's it. I'm doing this podcast, or even with the shows that I do, even with the events that I do. एकजना मान्छे आयो भने इभेन्ट गर्ने हो होइन आई टेल इभेन्ट अर्गनाइजर्स हुन्छ नि टेन्सन नलियो कतिजना मान्छे आउँछ भनेर एउटा मान्छे आयो भने हामी इभेन्ट गर्ने हामी त त्यो एउटा मान्छेको लागि इभेन्ट गर्ने हो नि सो इभन विथ द पडकास्ट आइम डुइङ इट फर द्याट वान पर्सन हु इज सिटिङ एन्ड वाचिङ टिल नाउ and listening to all the things that we are talking about. So the good karma like pass gardai jane ho kya.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like you said, you keep on vibing, you keep on doing good things. Coming back to Luxury Yogi. So what kind of retreats are you working on? What exactly do you do that people can join in?
Yes, so we do host retreats for corporates, and then we do host retreats for people. त्यो चाहिँ कहिलेकाहीँ मात्र गर्थ्यौँ अहिले त गरेकै छैन for the last 2 years. Okay, so international retreatsहरू हुन्थ्यो धेरै जस्तो because I would be invited to host retreats for people. अनि त्यो retreats बाहेक I do one-on-one coaching. So my clients are all over the world. नेपालमा पनि अहिले धेरैजनाले they've started realizing that they need to invest in their health, and मेरो राम्रो भइसकेपछि नेपालमा चाहिँ ए भनिदिन्छ कि भन्ने चलन पनि छ ए राम्रो भयो यहाँ जाऊ है भन्छन् अनि I have a lot of clients from Nepal, and initially when they come to me they're like त्यति मात्रै हो. They don't realize that what I'm giving them is like life-changing. And then when they start applying those stuff that I ask them to, they start getting results, and they're like, wow. You know Aditya, right?
I know many Adityas. I don't know which one.
Sashanko Satya Aditya.
Yeah, of course, Aditya.
So Aditya was one.
Oh, Amra Aditya, of course.
Aditya. So Aditya's mom was suffering a lot for the last 3 years before I met her.
I hope he's okay talking about this.
Yeah, I hope.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
All right, we've already started. All right, Ani.
एउटा इक्जाम्पल मात्रै होइन कतिजना आदित्य कतिजना सो बेसिकली उसको मम came to me when she literally didn't even, she did not understand why Aditya got her to me. अनि यो गर्नुस्. So I basically found out the root cause. किन भए नथाहा पाइकन कसरी हेल्प गर्ने होइन के भएको थाहा पायो त्यसपछि हेल्प भयो. And she got better in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, she's like a completely different person. And I was like, what did you do? It's like, we just found out the root cause. So we are just trying to most of the time के गर्छ भन्दा हामीले symptomsहरुलाई मात्र त्यो we try to just take care of the symptoms, but the root cause is the thing that's coming out with the symptoms ni. So you take care of the symptoms anyway. So Nepalमा पनि I'm doing a lot of health coaching. one-on-one, and also group. All the group गरेकै छैन for last 2 years, so I don't even want to say group coaching गरिरहेछ भनेर. Groupमा चाहिँ I do a lot of seminarsहरू, अनि sound healing गर्छु म.
Yeah.
So my sound healing has really helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's very different because I use pranic healing with sound healing.
Oh, hold on. Let's get into this.
So it's energy healing and sound healing that I use. Ani sound healing ma manchele ramroसँग बुझ्यो भने, that's why I'm being able to explain all this quantum physics and vibration and everything, because I've been practicing sound healing since I was like 16, 17, not realizing what I was doing exactly. But the more I understood, I was like, oh my God, this is how I can change people or help people, or at least hold space for them to help themselves, you know. So sound is very powerful.
Oh, trust me. I know. I've been in this business for a long time.
Right? So sound can either destroy you or help you recreate yourself. So when you think about sound, okay, so तिमीले त्यो sound vibrate हुँदा, like हामीले सुरुदेखि पानीको कुरा गरिरहेछ नि, त्यो रिपल्सहरू आउँछ नि, अल द्याट त्यो साउन्ड हिलिङ गर्दाखेरि पनि तिम्रो होल बडीलाई हामी अफ ट्युन गीत सुन के हुन्छ, हाम्रो दिमागै इरिटेट हुन्छ, अथवा वी आर लाइक वी डोन्ट फिल गुड
मन नपरेको गीत
अफ ट्युन
अफ ट्युन सङ्ग्स, या अफ कोर्स
अफ ट्युन सुन्दाखेरि काने किर्र हुन्छ, वी लाइक हुन्छ नि, राइट? इट्स द सेम थिङ वेन वी आर स्ट्रेस्ड आउट, वी आर अफ ब्यालेन्स, वी आर अफ tune. So what I do is, with my singing bowl, I tune the people basically. That means राम्रो vibration ma त्यो off tune लाई चाहिँ right tune गराउने, okay? So I have even detected cancers and major other health issues just by oh yes, that's my website. So just by listening to the sound, because my father, he's the one who introduced me to music सानोदेखि नै. अनि त्यो साउन्डको त्यो पहिलादेखि मलाई चाहिँ ज्ञान थियो कि, अनि अलिकति अफ किर मेरो कान चाहिँ एकदमै सेन्सिटिभ. So one reason now I know is because I'm dyslexic. I've got a very, very sensitive ears which can detect certain frequencies. Like थाहा हुन्छ, त्यो फिल गरेर थाहा हुन्छ, त्यो कानले थाहा पाउँछ, कसरी थाहा पाउँछ थाहा छैन मलाई, थाहा पाउँछ त्यो होइन. So when I'm tuning people, त्यो मान्छेलाई मैले कहिले नभेटेको होस्, आएर त्यो sound will start speaking to me के, as in off छ भने I know why it's off and what that sound is trying to tell me. I can teach anyone. So I basically teach sound healing and I do sound healing for people. So Luxury Yogi ma चाहिँ we've got team members. म एकजना छु, I'm a holistic health and wellness consultant. We have Dr. Abish Adhikari, who's a radiologist oncologist. So cancer patients around हुन्छ अथवा कसैलाई medical ऊ चाहिन्छ भने he's the one who looks into the blood reports, looks at other stuff. We've got Madhuji, who's the pranic healer. She does pranic healing for most of my clients, but even I do pranic healing. उहाँले चाहिँ pranic healing नेपालमा सिकाउन थालेको 7 वर्ष भइसक्यो. So she's really good. And we work as a team. So it's not like मैले मात्र गर्ने भनेर हुँदैन. Some people just get to meet me, but they are also getting Dr. Abishko and Madhuji's services through me.
That's awesome. And how can people get in touch with you? Instagram, social sites, website? So
Instagram Luxury Yogi, website pani Luxury Yogi.
Perfect. Facebook, do you have Facebook?
Yes. Prerana Shah or Luxury Yogi, both.
Just find her, everybody. No, it was a pleasure having you here. And again, Sunny, we've got the sense of positivity already in our place. And what do you think of the studio, by the way? Have I asked any guest about it? Honestly, what do you think of the studio, and what do you think of this new map that we have?
That's something that has been catching my eye since I've been sitting here.
Is it too distracting?
No. Yeah. It's got something to it that's really, like It's got good energy.
I wanted to talk about this today as well. You map it was my concept. I thought about this some last year when we were thinking of building the studio. And wood carving industries when a company is a pattern message, they made it.
It's wood.
It's all wood. It's all made out of wood.
I thought it was steel. It looks like steel.
Well, it's wood and it's tons of things in there. And I don't want to reveal but entire Nepal, and guess what that is? The epicenter. Its exact location.
Timarko?
Yeah. So it's almost the exact location, and everything starts from there. So this is on air. All our waves.
So that's you're trying to, like the ripple effect.
The whole thing goes on air everywhere, all around Nepal.
Nepalमा त के?
All around the world.
All around the world.
सबै राख्न सकेन क्या हामीले हैन अब त्यहाँ बिस्तारै बिस्तारै अरु टोक्टाहरु बनाउनु पर्छ हैन कन्टिनेन्ट अफ कोर्स
नेपाल त नेपाल है मलाई यो जो मान्छे त आमा पेट्रियट भन्छ नि मलाई मन पर्दैन भने
Go for it.
होइन नेपाल आई रियली लभ नेपाल त्यस्तो केही छैन तर मान्छेले यो मेरो देश यो तेरो देश यो हाम्रो कल्चर यो तिम्रो कल्चर यो हाम्रो रिलिजन गर्न थाल्छ नि भगवान मान्छे त हो
इट्स वन वर्ल्ड
होइन
अफ कोर्स
अनि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि यति धेरै हाम्रो बीचमा इभन नेपालमा त धेरै नै छ खास डिस्क्रिमिनेसन डिफरेन्सेस त यस्तो म यस्तो हो तिम्रो एउटा राम्रो होला मेरो केही नराम्रो होला तर एउटा जातले अर्को जातलाई यस्तो भनेर त्यो भनेर गर्छ नि त्यो सबै खास त्यहीबाट त स्टार्ट हुने नि म नेपाली त यो त त्यस्तो यु नो अनि कहिलेकाहीँ चाहिँ बोर्डर हो तर के कसले बना बोर्डर हो त मान्छेले त हो किन बनाएको त इफ यु रियली थिङ्क अबाउट इट basically to rule us, and we are talking about freedom, and we're letting actually people rule us by saying, hey, I'm going to be in that box. I'm going to make sure that I am like associating myself with people te box ko matre. And whoever comes from a triangle or a circle or a hexagon or whatever, I'm going to say, oh, you're that. So that I think brings a lot of differences in us. So this is really beautiful. So for me, more than Nepalko thing, I take this as a piece of art.
It is a piece of art. And you know what we're going to do? X, do you know what we're going to do? After Prerana said that, I came up with the idea. And we're going to probably have it up soon. I don't want to say what.
Next time and
100%, you're coming back any day. This is your studio. Come any day you want.
Love it. Thank you so much for having me, Sanjay.
Of course. And again, we feel blessed already. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. And thank you, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
See ya.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications. This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.